Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Drop in the chat. Let me know where you're coming in from. I would love to know. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I can't find the mute button fast enough. How is everybody today? I'm so grateful to be here today and really connect with each and every one of you and just, talk to you, really help you around natural medicine and how to rewire your brain and body to crave peace and not sugar. So that's my goal today because really the truth is that so many of us right now talk about the next 90 days, right? So we're in October. It started Q4 for those of you that are in a business plan and looking at business numbers and entrepreneurs, which is a lot of my clientele, as well as executives, executive suites. And what these individuals are really like, we're looking at the next 90 days and we're closing out the new year. And as we close out this year and we step into the new year, we really want to think about where are we going, right? And so many of us get lost in the shuffle, and the next 30 days around their health is not their focus. They're more focused on what I call sugar cravings starting the end of October. And many people are in Canadian Thanksgiving in October. We just came off of Yom Kippur for September. Then we're coming, I mean, just like literally 2 days ago or a day ago. And then we're coming into October, which is Canadian Thanksgiving. Then we're coming into an American US Thanksgiving. And then we're stepping into the holidays, whether you celebrate Christmas, and then into the new year. So this is a sugary slope for many. So today I want to talk about how your future brain is built, right? And why is that so important? So I want you to imagine sitting at your holiday table 10 years from now, where your mind is sharp and like your memory is clear. And the future isn't luck. Your energy is completely steady. Today, I want to connect with you and enroll in you that your life and your future isn't built by just go along and whatever happens, happens. The choices that you actually make today, especially around sugar, are going to keep your mind sharp, your memory clear, and your energy steady. So close your eyes for a moment if you can, and just imagine yourself 10 years from now. Your mind is clear again. Your memory is sharp, and your body is vibrant. You're walking into every room with confidence because you know you have protected your brain. Sit with that for a minute. You know that you have taken the steps to protect your brain. Take a moment. Slowly open your eyes and type one word in the chat. This is what I want you to think about. What do you want your future brain to feel like? Do you want it to be sharp? Do you want it to be calm? Creative? Yeah. Focus? Confident? All so good. That future is not luck. It's built about the small daily choices that we make, especially around sugar and stress. Why this matters now? The urgency of brain health is so important. Here's research that is scary, and I see this in my clinic. over the last 5 years, it's unfortunately worsened. 1 in 4 women will be diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Do you know that Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes? Europe has been talking about it for a long time, but our country has not in the US. Why? Because impaired brain glucose metabolism is happening. So let's think about this. Let's reflect on this for a minute. If you were at a dinner table with 3 other women, do you know that statistically one of you are going to face this diagnosis? That's why I'm here today, because that awareness today is going to change the trajectory of this for you. Who here, either listening to this as a replay or live right now, who here has a family member or a friend affected by Alzheimer's or dementia? Type yes in the chat if you have personally witnessed that. I have. It hits home for us, doesn't it? It's scary when your loved ones don't know who you are. So how then, Dr. Donahue, how can sugar rewire the brain? Let's talk about dopamine and your reward pathways. What happens is sugar that you eat, and glucose as well, simple starches, because your body doesn't know the difference, right? It triggers dopamine, and dopamine surges is similar to addictive substances. So over time, your receptors downregulate, meaning you need more sugar to feel the same pleasure. So brain fog, cravings, mood swings, they're not just willpower, it's chemistry that you have changed in your body. So if you think about this on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong are your sugar cravings when you're stressed out or tired? Drop that number in the chat for me. Because let's talk about that blood sugar roller coaster ride. First, we have a blood sugar spike, insulin release from the pancreas, that surges. Then you have a crash. Then you have cortisol release because the body thinks it's in an emergent state. And you do this cycle over and over and over again. And guess what chronic high insulin does? It damages your neurons and accelerates your cognitive decline. Exactly. So we don't want to damage that. We want our neurons to fire appropriately so that we know that we are in that best focus and concentration. Okay? Gut inflammation equals brain inflammation. You hear me talk about the gut-brain axis all the time if you've listened to any of my other videos. And if you haven't, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here if you're new here. The gut and brain is connected through the vagus nerve. And it's a two-way communication. The gut communicates with the brain communicates with the gut. It's got your parasympathetic, which is your rest. It's got your sympathetic, which is your stress, your push, your go, your drive. So that's the vagus nerve. The definition of the vagus nerve is the great wandering, and it wanders all throughout your body everywhere. And it gives nerve communication to all of your organs as well. So when you have leaky gut or dysbiosis, that's going to release what we call inflammatory cytokines, and that crosses the blood-brain barrier. So I know from the research that I do with patients that there are research studies that link gut inflammation to amyloid plaque accumulation and memory loss. That's a fancy way to say cognitive decline / dementia, Alzheimer's. So if you're somebody that's noticed mood changes, anxiety, brain fog, especially after eating sugar, you've probably been on this cycle for a little while. Unfortunately, most women are unique risk because after menopause, estrogen, which is one of the brain's key protectors, it drops sharply. What happens with this? It amplifies blood sugar dysregulation and it creates inflammation in the body. And then you've got cortisol, which is your stress hormone. And if you're in that stress state, right, you're not going to get the protective effects in the brain because your body thinks it's constantly running from that saber-toothed tiger or jumping out of the way so that you don't get hit by a car. So if you're on here and you're a woman, type me if you're in perimenopause or menopause and noticing changes in focus or memory. Let me know. Because that's when I start to see it in my clinic with my patients. So let's talk about some daily strategies to crave peace instead of sugar. Protein and healthy fats at every single meal. Remember, please pick one or two so that you create success in your life. Don't try to do them all together. Morning light and movement, 10 minutes of sunlight and gentle exercise to set your circadian rhythm and balance dopamine. Get out and move your body and get some morning light. Fermented foods and fiber. What does that actually do? Fermented foods, again, those are pickles and sauerkraut. You can get fermented beets. I've seen fermented carrots now. What does that do? That feeds gut bacteria and it helps produce serotonin and GABA for calm focus. Mindful breathing and meditation. If you do that box breathing, 4, 4, 4, 4, 7, 8, that helps you lower cortisol and it supports your hippocampal health. And then lastly, give yourself a rest with digital screens. I would reduce light so that you can support your melatonin and overnight brain detox. So which of these 5 strategies feel the easiest for you? Think about it. Again, one, I talked about protein and healthy fats with every meal. That helps stabilize your blood sugar and reduce your cravings. Morning light and movement. Add fermented foods and quality fiber. Mindful breathing and meditation. And then evening digital sunsets where you're going to reduce your blue light activity. Pick one and run with it, or pick 2. This isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about who you become when your brain is nourished, present, very creative, and you're living in joy. Imagine these upcoming holidays, gatherings, laughter, and steady energy where you're loving to live in your body. You feel healthy, and that each choice that you're making today is a vote for the version of you. Sugar's impact on the brain and chemistry, that gut-brain link and daily rewiring habits, that is so important that we talked about. Your future brain is not built one meal, one breath, one thought at a time. It's built all the steps that you create. Does that make sense? So I want to ask you before you log off today, what is one small shift that you commit to making this work for you? What is one thing that you could do starting today out of all those 5 steps we talked about that will help your brain fire better, will help you feel better in your body? Is it movement? Is it nutrition? Is it a digital detox? What is that for you? And how about if you commit to it this week to protect your amazing brain? And if you need to, go back and listen to what I talked about today. Your brain health matters. And as you're stepping into the last 90 days of this year, don't lose it with sugar and starches just because, and extra alcohols and foods that you don't typically eat. Keep that vision of staying healthy. Keep that vision of you wanted to be the healthiest version of yourself this year. Stay in that. Don't lose it. Know what your goals are and continue to follow through, because you don't want to wake up at the beginning of the year and be like, oh, I feel awful. And let me tell you what, so many patients come into my clinic the beginning of the year and that's how they feel. If you want us and myself and my team to support you through the end of the year, click on joinpocketdoc.com. I'm inviting you. I'm encouraging you because I don't want you to not be successful through the rest of the year. I'm going to type it in the chat. I go live twice a month and I send you weekly handouts and audios to keep you on track. And all this month is about immune support. And how can you stay on track with your sugar, with your nutrition, with relationships, with a busy schedule, and what does that get to look like? If it's for you, fantastic. Click the link, joinpocketdoc.com, and I can't wait to see you. I am here on Mondays and Fridays, the first 3 weeks of every month. Mondays is at 11 a.m., Fridays is at 2:30 p.m., both Eastern Standard Time. I am here to support you on your health and wellness journey. And I just can't wait to connect with you again on Monday. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Joinpocketdoc.com if that's where you need help. I'm here for you. All right. I am sending you so much love and I can't wait to see you on Monday. Have an amazing rest of your day.